Hey, vinyl community. I hope everyone is everyone's feeling fire. Nobody's gaslighting anyone or dox, doxing. I hope no one out there is helping to cancel anyone, as the kids would say. I'm trying to be relevant and hip. I haven't been feeling fire at all lately, but once this video is posted and I know some people are watching, and I'll feed off your energy, and maybe one day I'll be fire again. That's FYRE. I'll be fire again. Anyways, guess what? This is a vinyl video. What else do I have to present to you? Coffee. I drink Tim Hortons. If you're in Canada, you will know if I drink Tim Hortons. I'm not one to give opinions on coffee. It's not fire, but it's cheap. So cheers, everyone. I might be cliche and say I hope everyone is feeling good and staying safe, but I actually do mean it. Hang on here. I got something. Hang on here. How's that? Next, I'll take off my bra without taking my shirt off. That was poking me in the gut. COVID restrictions are coming back to my area tomorrow. We just announced our next DJ 80s night, which I do, some of you know, and now who knows what's going to happen. So get vaccinated. I'm not telling you what to do. Just, even if you don't want to, you got to admit the world's not going to move forward. If you don't, you're preventing me from making some scratch, and feeling fire. But you know what? Like I said, this is a vinyl video. This has been 2 minutes and 30 seconds of trying to seem hip and relevant and failing miserably. I'm not as cool as all the other vinyl people out there. I don't have long blonde hair. I still have hair, so that's a big win for me. It's been a big vinyl couple weeks. I got some really amazing finds, and I know I always say that, but I always seem to pull a couple miracles out of my ass and a couple grails with an S at the end. And like I always say, you can have more grails than one. You can have as many grails as you want. It's your life. You can have 100 grails. It's up to you. Don't let anyone tell you different. Cheers. It's $1.89. Okay. New vinyl first, or new vinyl where I had to actually take the cellophane off. It might not be new albums, new releases, but hang on, I got something else in my pocket poking me. There we go. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's do this first. I got 7-inch singles, which I always say I never really show a whole lot of, but then I do. I do love my 7-inch singles. And I got some exciting ones, and one has a bit of a story, which I don't mind telling you all, because we're all tight, we're all close. We're all bras, or what's the female equivalent? Saws. Def Leppard, Wasted, UK import. Well, it's from the UK, but it's backed with Hello America. What a killer 1-2 punch. Def Leppard's best era, Wasted. They're one of their best songs ever. If you don't know, if you think Def Leppard is the Animal, Pour Some Sugar on Me, listen to Wasted off their first album and Hello America. But what a double single, Wasted and Hello America. I'm excited. I don't know if anyone's going to give a shit about this, but this is the Diodes from Toronto, Canada. This is there's a long story to this, but I wish if you guys want to investigate more, I'll see if I can find a link and put it in the description below. But basically, it's a reissue, and it's a guy who, when he was young, he would make fake covers for albums that didn't exist. And now that he's of age and he's kind of older like me, and he's now in a position to take these covers he made and actually release them as singles. And one of the first ones he did was the Diodes. This was a single he did, or cover he did when he was young, and he got the rights to the song from the Diodes, and it's a song called Child Star, and it's about that song, that TV show with Mr. French. I don't remember, but this is Buffy from that show. The Diodes, one of my top 10 favorite bands of all time. This has a bit of a story, and you know what? My new camera will hold infinite amount of time and space and continuums, and I'm going to go as long as I want to go today because I've not been really making a lot of videos lately. I've not been really feeling fire, F-Y-R-E. So, you know what? I'm going to go as long as I want. If you want to come back and see, you know, the back end of it, it's cool. The next single, and you kind of maybe saw it pass through there, was the song that got me into new punk rock at the time, which was Epitaph stuff and Fat Records. And, you know, because I kind of had stopped in the 80s with like GBH and Exploited. And there were some bands after that, sporadically. SNFU, and was kind of pre-Epitaph and Propagandy, I think. Although they were originally on Fat Records, I believe. Anyways, I hope I'm not mumbling because my microphone, I hope, is working. Anyways, and when I was broke and poor, struggling, I sold the single, and I've regretted it ever since. And it's something that I've been after and wanting, because now I'm in a position to buy all these things back I sold because I'm not struggling no more. I'm doing well in life. So I can get these things back that are so meaningful to me. And this is the single. It's the greatest punk rock single of that new generation. We're talking NoFX, Bad Religion, Pennywise, Offspring, Green Day, all like those new bands that came along, Strung Out, blah, 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 blah. But this is Bad Religion's Atomic Garden. This might be my screen cap because this song means so much to me. It's a one-sided single, and the B-side was Etching. There you go. But this was the song, 1991. It's my single, and I'll handle it how I want. I'm not touching it, trust me. Anyways, Atomic Garden by Bad Religion. It was this song, like I said, that opened my ears up again and musically made me take a little right turn, like, from what I was listening to at the time, which was probably a lot of club stuff, industrial, in bunny ears, stuff like that. And then this new punk rock scene happened from SoCal, and there's stuff from New York and San Francisco and places like that. And it really gave the music scene a kick in the ass at the time, and we haven't had anything since. No, that's not true. This is around the time of grunge as well, I guess. But since that scene, grunge, which went into pop punk, I can't think of another thing that came around and gave music such a kick in the ass. You know, these albums were charting and high in the charts, you know, and yeah. And that's my story. And guess what? I'm sticking to it. I want to learn how to do edits like all the cool kids do it. There's a kid I watch on YouTube, Tuv, T-U-V, kid, makes good videos. And he does these edits. I'm going to send him a message. How do you do that? I want to seem cool. You guys know I'm just kidding, right? I'll never be cool. But those are my 7 singles. I got to hurry up along here. There's been 2 new reissues come out that I've been so excited about, and they're from the metal band Sabotage. And they reissued their first couple albums and EP. The Dungeons Are Calling, limited edition. Comes with a bonus 7-inch single. Is there a poster inside? It's remastered, and it sounds effing amazing. I will say early Sabotage. I'm sorry to you fans out there. It's sorry, It's I will take the early Sabotage over, although I like that stuff, but um, Streets, a rock opera, or um, Mountain King, which I have right here, and I'm brain farting on the title. But albums like that, I like early Sabotage so much better. And The Dungeons Are Calling, Hall of the Mountain King. Duh. Anyways, and then they released their first album, Sirens, on blue vinyl. These are all remastered for vinyl. And when they do that and they're being honest about it, it sounds amazing. And I'll take these new pressings over, which are taken from the original masters, because technology has come along where if they do it right, it's I'm sorry, but they're better than the originals. And I'll take this one any day of the week. It sounds amazing. I A-B'd it against my original copy. I'm sorry, but that one, not the coffee, that one wins every time. All right. More new vinyl. Speaking of which, I've never owned this on vinyl, and I had a hankering to listen to it. And I make zero apologies for it because it's an album that was before they became kind of parodies of themselves. It was an important album, along with Offspring's Smash, to get that Bad Religion SoCal thing across and San Francisco punk scene and all that. But I've never owned Dookie on vinyl. Yeah, there's nothing special about it. It's a straight reissue, 140 grams, I think. Sounds really good, and I've never owned it on vinyl. And I still have the tour shirt for this. I went to see this, and I seen them at a little bar in town on their Complunk tour called the Ritz Diner on Stony Plain Road. It was a little diner, and they played there, and I saw them, and I don't know how many, there's like hardly anyone there. But anyways, Green Day, Dookie, never owned it. Now we do. Why not? I'm not sure if I showed this last video. I don't think I did, but finally, not The Rock, DRI has come back to vinyl. That's a wrestling reference for you all. DRI Thrash Zone. Mini rant. F you, Amazon. I'm trying not to get my video flagged here because I want people to watch my videos and not be offended. But you know what? Fuck Amazon. Sorry. You place these orders for these limited edition albums and you think you're fine. And I've had 5 or 6 albums lately that you think these companies would ship Amazon stuff because they're the biggest seller of vinyl, apparently. But I ordered this and then it got canceled. They couldn't fill the order. So I had to order this from the UK, from Rough Trade. They had a copy. And I'm just happy to have it. It's DRI, I've seen many times live. This is my second favorite album from them besides... Actually, you know what? Here's the order for me. Top 3. Four of a Kind, Crossover, Thrash Zone. It's a little trilogy of crossover thrash metal. A lot of people think this is their favorite, their best album. I would disagree. I think Four of a Kind is a little bit more riffy, more songy. Anyways, nothing special. Just regular black vinyl. And I'm so happy to have that back. I've been waiting. That's been one of my number one grails to get on vinyl. And I don't call a reissue a grail. But when that came in the mail and I looked at it, I felt 16 again. Or 17. I went on a real kick. Would not support this guy. I got 3 albums by one artist here, and I would not support this guy and his solo albums because I thought he had become kind of a dick, and I'm talking about Dee Snider of Twisted Sister. He's one of these guys that will say shit on Twitter or wherever just to get attention, and he starts Twitter wars, and what he says a lot of times isn't fire. It just doesn't jive, and he just seems like he's out there for attention. So I kind of ignored his solo albums, and then I can't remember where I caught a glimpse of one of his solo songs, and I'm like, whoa, it's not bad. So I went out, I sampled online first on my streaming service, which is Tidal. I don't use Spotify, I use Tidal because the quality is much better. And I'd be damned if his solo stuff isn't fantastic. So I went out and I got 3. This is his newest album, Leave a Scar. Just came out, and it's fantastic. And then I ordered, at the same time, I ordered his solo album before that, which kind of got him back into metal, was For the Love of Metal. He was challenged by that douchebag from, what band is that? It'll come to my mind. To make a metal album again. He did, what is it? Jamie Jasta. He was in what band? What hardcore band? Fuck. Anyways, I hate that guy. Anyways, and then a solo live album, or some Twisted Sister stuff with his new band and his solo stuff, and this is fantastic. So, I was wrong. His solo stuff is actually really good. I was going to say great, but good. So I was wrong. Anyways, let's get through this. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. They've reissued the back end of their catalog before they went away for a long time. By this time, the band was long, just one person, Andy McCluskey. But he did an album called Universal, and he did an album called Liberator. And these are super expensive on the internet, and they finally reissued them. They're not the greatest. Well, hang on. Universal's good. Liberator's not bad too. So you know what? They're decent albums. It's not up to par with their classic stuff, but I'm a major fan, so happy these are reissued. Get them while you can, because these things will not be repressed. The March Violets, Goth band from the UK, I believe, but they released the BBC recordings. And this is not some Cleopatra piece of shit. This is actually on the original label in conjunction with BBC. And these are actually remastered takes of their BBC sessions. And it's double vinyl, 1982, 1986, and fantastic. The March Violets are maybe one of the most underappreciated kind of goth bands of the early 80s. But I'm a massive fan. When I saw this on the pre-order list of Amazon, I almost shit myself because new March Violets material. Anyways, only a couple more new ones. Yes, songs from Zongus. 100% virgin vinyl. This is mastered at Optimal Media in Germany, and it's mastered for vinyl. It's on Ear Music. They've done a couple of other Yes albums I've talked about, and they sound unreal. It's true audiophile grade sound. This is the classic lineup, except for Alan White on drums, not Bill Bruford, but Steve Howe, John Anderson, Alan White, Chris Squire, who I've met most of these guys, and Rick Wakeman. And Zongus is the name of the arena, I believe. They recorded this, but it's 1, 2, 3, it's four vinyls of live stuff, and there's a couple songs on here they've never done before live. So an amazing release. Once again, get this stuff while you can, because this will be out of print in no time, and they don't reprint this shit. So songs from Zongus, a very good. There's some dodgy Yes albums out there, live albums, and there's some good ones. Songs from Zongus is 2 thumbs up. I've been a little bit of a prog thing, can't you tell? Last new one is Lizzie Borden. This just got released this week. It's the reissue of Visualize, their second album, I believe. And it's, once again, they've actually done a good job for once, Metal Blade Records, is that they've done it on silver vinyl, which kind of matches Lizzie Borden's makeup. And there's a big, massive poster inside, if you're so inclined. And they've done this one really good. The sound is amazing. Not their best album, but I'm happy to have this on a remastered vinyl, because the original one didn't really sound that great. All right. I got this locally for $10 on an online ad. The Beatles 20 Greatest Hits Japanese pressing with the Obi strip. Which I don't get, because the ad, some of you locally might know what I'm talking about. There's an online ad going around where they're selling these Beatles albums for $100 to $250. And then this one was $10. I'm happy to have it. And there's an edit of Hey Jude, I think, or Let It Be, that a lot of people don't like, but I don't care. I was always looking for this record, and I found a Japanese pressing for $10. $10. Grail time. Grail time. Another Seattle compilation. No, another damned Seattle compilation. This is one of my favorite tribute albums of all time. It came out in 1991, I think. And it's all Northwest Seattle type bands, Northwest of America bands, those grunge bands, doing classic songs of the Damned. Maybe this might be my thing, because it might be my screen cap. You never know. But it's bands like Mudhoney and The Accused and Skin Yard and Gas Huffer and Coffin Break and Hammerbox and the Posies and the Fastbacks and the Young Fresh Fellows doing Damn songs. And it's I've had this on CD since it came out, and it's a really obscure album. And then they reissued it. They'd not reissued it. It's been available for vinyl at the time, but it was released in really weird countries like the UK. And this one's from Italy, I believe. Anyways, Grail time. It's as good as I remembered it. So I'm happy to have that one. That's a Grail. I'm going to be really quick here because I got some used. I should timestamp this because this is used thrift store vinyl. Was Janis Joplin Pearl, original Columbia 2i, but it came with a if you know, I'm not going to go into details. You can Google what Festival Express is, but inside the record was an original Festival Express program from the concert. I looked online and it's worth a few bucks. Then it came with some other kind of Janis Joplin thing some guy shoved inside. So that's 1970. Older than I am, and I finally found something older than me. I'm the oldest guy to use modern day language. What are you, jargon? Fire. Oh, okay. Another Grail. I thought I would never own this in my life. I'm going to be all excited like these kids do on videos. Brah. Oh, I didn't think I'd ever own this on vinyl. I just never thought I'd ever see this on vinyl. It's the fourth album by the band The Knack, and there's their comeback album released in the height of metal and the hair metal time, and they made an album with the guitars cranked. So it's their pop punk sound on steroids, and they had a radio hit called Rocket O' Love. This is an album called Serious Fun by The Knack. In all my years of looking for vinyl, I've never seen this. I've never held this. I found it. And it's a great album. It was their comeback album. It did okay, not great. Hence why this is so rare to find on vinyl. And I'm so happy to have that one. I found an early pressing of Guru, UFO. Sorry, but this is one of the greatest krautrock albums of all time. I found a early pressing, not original, but early pressing. Fantastic. If you want to take a trip, I'm not promoting it, taking a trip, but I'm promoting it. Listen to UFO by Guru and sail down the Orinoco, floating downstream. Okay, Mobile Fidelity time, an original pressing of the Doors' first album, Mobile Fidelity. This might have to be my screen cap because this, original pressing in absolute NM near mint condition. I hate to use that grading because it's kind of overused, but it's perfect. There's not a damn thing wrong with it. I think this came out in 1981. This original pressing on Mobile Fidelity. I found this. Oh yeah, I forgot the new SNFU album. Speaking of that, I don't know why this is filed here, but this is a new album of unreleased material from their In the Meantime, In Between Time sessions. It's called A Blessing, but with it a curse. And this just came out, and the band, I've talked enough about SNFU and what they mean to me. They're one of the greatest musical things to ever happen to me. And thank you to Chase the Glory Records for flying the flag and releasing SNFU material. So thank you. And I'm going to wrap this up soon, I think. Oh! The record went flying. I grabbed it, and hang on. Holy shit. That's a first for me. Hang on. Damn. I grabbed the record to show you, and the vinyl went flying. West, Bruce, and Lang. Leslie West and Jack Bruce from Cream. Leslie West from Mountain. And I don't know who Lang is. I'm sorry, but I forgot. But an incredible album they released. I've had this before in vinyl. This is an upgrade. So I found that. Oh, I found a copy of The Mission. This is an upgrade copy for me, God's Own Medicine. I think even though it doesn't have their big song Wasteland. Oh, no, not the big. Maybe is Wasteland their big song? Anyways, Tower of Strength. That's their big song. This one has Severina and it has Wasteland. So they're two of their bigger songs. If you ever see this around for cheap price, pick it up. It's just as good as any Sisters of Mercy album. I don't know if people agree with me on that. A copy of Elton John's Caribou. You know why? I've never had a copy that I was going to keep. I'm going to go on record and say this is probably since I've started making YouTube videos, maybe my 20th copy I've shown you of this is Brother in Arms. Another nice copy. And why do I buy them for $1.99 or $2.99? I always know people who want them. And it sold a gajillion records and people try to sell this for $30. Fuck you guys, man. Oh. Bill Evans on Riverside Records, Pieces with Cannonball Adderley. But it's actually, I think I showed this last video. Cannonball, maybe I didn't. Cannonball Adderley is actually only on one track. And it's kind of a misleading thing that Riverside did. It's live takes by Bill Evans. That's just to sell it, but it's a good album. So I'm happy to have that. I'm a Bill Evans fanatic, so I'll take it. I'm gonna have to fly through these because you know what? Another really nice copy, United Artists Records copy of Don McLean, American Pie. That's a keeper for me. I found a copy of Cheech and Chong, Big Bamboo, with the big rolling paper inside. That's nice. An original Impulse Records copy of Earl Hines, Once Upon a Time. Some obscure jazz, but it's really good. Duke Ellington, Such Sweet Thunder. I've become such a Duke Ellington fan. I don't know why. His later stuff was the big band stuff, but the later stuff he's done is really, really good. Found a copy of Jimmy Barnes, The Working Class Man, double vinyl. I've never heard this album before. But it's like 2 or 3 songs aside on Mushroom Records from Australia. Jimmy Barnes for The Working Class Man. If you know about this album, drop me a comment because I like Jimmy Barnes, but I've never seen this album before. Fever Tree, the one Fever Tree album you don't see very often. The psychedelic band from the late 60s. But this is an album called Creation. First time I've ever held it in my hands. Let me cherry pick some here. I don't know if okay, I'll go with these ones. Found a nice upgrade copy of the Allman Brothers at Fillmore East. This is a Capricorn Records pressing. Nice pressing. Oh, Randy Holden. I don't know if I showed this last video. I'm hiding the price. I didn't peel the price off yet. This is an autographed copy, a reissue of Randy Holden's Population 2. Do some research if you want and research this album. It's one of the best proto metal albums, as they call it, ever. And this is a copy that came signed. Thanks, Ty. Appreciate that. Golden Earring promo single for When the Lady Smiles. That's for you, Anthony, AGK Vinyl. And you know what? I see some stacked stuff here. Like, I just got so much records lately that I shouldn't be. Let's focus on stacks here. Anyways, doesn't matter. How's that for a disjointed video? Yeah. Anyways, I hope those of you who watch my videos get me and know I'm just fucking around, kidding around, with the jargon that kids use. Because That's not fire. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. I hope everyone's staying safe. And we will see you next time.